40 chess. Yeah. 40 chess. 40 chess. Let's get it.
Yo, is that T-Dog?
40 chess. 40 chess. Hey. 40 chess. This a trade show. Patreon where the trades go. Tap in and watch. That's what you came for. Ain't gotta say my name. They know my name, bro.
What's good, man?
We got McNutted in ATM. Always start off the show with a trade from them. You should always make sure that your trade is in. Patreon, why not be a Patreon? Know you wish you could spend every day with them. Tap in and say what you gonna say with them. South Harmon can fill up a stadium. Next time you log in, make sure that you bring a friend. We about to kick off, let the day begin. Go follow the socials. 40 Chess FF is posted. If your trade is an F, you get roasted. Go like and subscribe for the crew. Apple, Spotify, and the YouTube. You know Cooper got the warp too. Let us give you a walkthrough. 40 Chess. This is 40 Chess.
What's good, everybody? Welcome back into the 40 Chess Dynasty Trade Show, brought to you by our good friends at Manscaped. Promo code FF20, 20% off, and free shipping at checkout. Trim that bush. Dude,
keep it trimmed, buddy. I'm not gonna lie.
Fancy.
I used it last night, and feeling like a new man. I'm feeling like a manscaped.
I feel fresh.
Yeah,
I feel like I've been manscaped.
Now, while that's
By
very
danger.
important to do, let's not forget about science shit, man. Let's not forget about. Look, if you can't forget about it, it's right behind Mike everywhere. Okay, it's all over the place. He's got every team except the Browns, but at least Ohio State is featured right in the center to let everybody know.
At one point, I did have a Browns signed helmet here, and I gave it away.
You can't see it here, and it's okay. But Mike's one of my favorite gifts. Unfortunately, resulted in RIP Nick Chubb. We hope he's going to come back by the midway point through the season. Let's see if we get Jerome Ford in here sprinkled at all. Maybe not.
A little bit.
Let's ask.
Let's ask.
Mike.
Let's ask. Don't forget, man, you want your deals featured, patreon.com/South Harmon. $5 here, get you access to the trade channel, but we got stuff for everybody if you're a degenerate and you really want to know where the action is. Adam, I don't know if you noticed Savage chat last night. Your boy might have been a little bit drunk from doing Fizzle show an hour earlier than anticipated and watching the Eagles, so there was probably like 700 unread messages in there when you saw that channel again.
Nah, so I was, let's just say this. I was in my bag last night trying to get back into the swing of things, but yeah, I saw you getting a little bit, loosey-goosey, let's call it, definitely. I love it, though. Fizzle Friday, man.
We're getting a little tore up,
Yeah.
We're having a good time. It's first time I've ever had a Friday night opener for the Eagles, prime time.
How'd you feel about that game?
It was good for the most part. Jalen Hurts definitely has some shit he needs to work on, man. There was a couple horrible interceptions that he threw.
How much are you attributing to the field?
The field was dog shit, but yeah, the field don't make you throw all into double coverage or float.
I mean, the one thing
down the middle of the field.
For sure. The one thing at least to me, I'm very curious next week to see. It looked like he didn't really have that much explosion running the football, so I'm kind of hoping that was part of the field, right?
Unfortunately, looked a lot like it did towards the end of last year when he had that knee injury.
I'm just gonna say for a guy that we're expecting 15 touchdowns from, which is an unreasonable expectation for those of you still expecting that. I'm hoping to see a little more spry Jalen Hurts next week, but Mike, a win is a win.
How
right?
about that Saquon Barkley go? That Saquon Barkley though.
I'm not here to victory lap, okay, Mike? I let my victories lap for themselves.
Right? Told you.
Mike's still drunk. He's got the Svedka, Clementine Svedka that he ordered from Uber Eats. This man is a changed connoisseur. But let's get into, speaking of that, let's get into the changed connoisseur trades, Mike.
Let's do it. Hey, look, it's me.
Whoa. M. Bennett. I feel like M. Bennett's becoming prey, to be honest with you, for you anyway. Shit Auction 7, okay? If you didn't know which one, there it is. It's the 7th one. 12-team Superflex PPR Best Ball Start 13. So, Mike, kind of, at least to me, clean and simple to the eye. This is a rebuilding team with the trade from Stafford down to McCarthy's injury, grabbing Luke McCaffrey and a second up tier from a third. Tell me about this deal, though.
Crazy enough, it's not necessarily a rebuilding team. This was a playoff team last year, and I had some draft picks. So I had a lot of rookies already that I was kind of relying on. Malik Neighbors, Xavier Worthy, that kind of thing. And looking at it, I'm a big J.J. McCarthy fan. I am. Even with the injury, Adam, I still want to buy. I still think he's a very, very safe asset. Stafford was going to be an integral part to me getting back to the playoffs and possibly pushing in as a contender, but it's also that perfect time of the year where if someone wants to help me make a decision on the direction I'm going to go with the team so early with so much unknown, I don't dissuade them. Okay, you can help me. And M. Bennett coming with, and he wanted Stafford and he wanted Freiermuth. And the original offer that he sent wasn't the greatest in the entire world, so I just countered back with.
Okay.
I countered back with some bullshit, and got the whole spiel. He's like, I want to compete. I don't know necessarily if you're competing, and I'm like, well, first off, keep my name out your mouth. I am competing. I'm a playoff team. You gotta.
Don't say my name on the phone. Yeah.
You gotta puff your chest out. So then we came up and we ended on this deal right here. So I'm still, I mean, if I'm not going to compete, there's still a lot of pieces I need to move strategically throughout this early part of the season. But
so you're hoping to
leaning more towards, definitely leaning more towards, all right, we're going to punt for one more year.
So you're kind of hoping to coax the league into, greasing you to the rebuild side if the opportunity is there, but you're not bowing out of the mix right now by doing this.
Correct. I'm not waving the white flag just yet, but it's a strong signal to anybody else in this league.
Yeah. You're trying to give a little blood in the water. Like, here, come on.
Just a little sprinkle. Come on.
I get you. I will say I definitely understand the strategy, and that's something that I think you and I have both seen each other in, I mean, how many leagues now? Kind of uses a tactic that works because of this time of year. I will say on the strategy, I definitely get it. To me, though, it'll be if you go that way, if it ends up kind of leaning into the rebuild, I kind of love the trade for you. If you end up having to try to finagle squeezing the contending side, I feel like losing a piece like Stafford could be interesting to see you replace, because I'm at least of the mindset that I think he could be a sneaky, good quarterback too this year. But that said, what happens if he gets hurt again? Like, all of a sudden, that asset goes to what? Poo-poo land. So
it felt a lot better right before the Russell Wilson news too, because that was my third quarterback when I had Stafford.
So now you got McCarthy as your quarterback too, super flex spot. Nice.
Yep.
Well, Mike, just because we tell people they shouldn't put skilled players in there doesn't mean you can't. So
well, it's best ball, so it'll just do it for me.
Best balls. All right.
What do you think though long term on JJ though? Like, your outlook?
I'm a little bit cautious, I'd say, because I think they've invested enough draft capital to obviously, I mean, they're going to give him more than a fair shake, I think. I just wonder with a guy like him where kind of, I'm not going to call him raw, but we need to see a lot. Like, the community needs to see a lot from him to be convinced. Now the whole rookie euphoria is already gone. So it's like going into year two expectations. I think that for this price, though, you could end up being presently and pleasantly surprised. But I'm a little bit leery of adding more shares because I already have quite a few, honestly. So I'm kind of in a spot where I'm lukewarm, which is probably the worst place to be on any player.
I'm excited because I just want to keep adding. I want 50%
What's your play?
Exposure.
What's your play then?
This kind of deal right here. If you're kind of in the middle here, this is how I want to acquire J.J. McCarthy. I don't want to be acquiring J.J. McCarthy for my first round pick. Obviously, if I'm a contender, you're like, well, it's late. Well, I'm not going to fucking use him this year. So I'd rather contend, right? And you're obviously not sending a rebuilding first round pick. Now, maybe you're in one of these situations where you got if I own Adam's pick in, say, a shit league, which I don't, but Adam's got a super team in that league. Could I use Adams first to go get me some J.J. McCarthy? Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, if you
But
feel
ideally,
safe, it's
like-
110 or later for sure. I'm with you.
Ideally, I want to be able to acquire them off of people who want to compete, and your best shot is probably early in the season, right before they realize, oh shit, I've been diamond-handed J.J. McCarthy, and my team is 2-4. Like, this ain't happening. Now they're not fucking selling. They're not going to get rid of them. They don't have a lot of incentive.
I agree. I do think, I kind of wonder now. I think there's a seesaw, like a teetering point where I'm not sure that this is the lowest you can buy them yet, because I feel like some of these teams that think they're going to be okay and they can just sit on JJ for a few weeks, pause, like they're going to be able to get by, and then they realize, oh shit, bye weeks are here and my team's not that good, and then you might be able to get like, I think probably about week 4 to 6 could be like, sale is at its lowest. Yeah, like liquidation type prices. But
Out
I
of
do
sight,
think
out of mind kind of deal too.
Yep, as the football is being played, Sam Darnold, whatever the hell is happening. But I do think, though, at a certain point after that, right, like teams that have JJ at a certain point that are struggling are eventually going to be like out of the mix of trying to contend at all because they're clearly out. So I think there's probably a point of maybe a little bit more dip. But to your point, like you're not going to probably get a lot cheaper than this. I will say liquidity is something I would definitely want to keep over JJ because I feel like you're typically, for the most part, going to be able to buy him later. What you can't do is really sell JJ to anybody that's not trying to contend. You can even sell picks sometimes to contenders. It just speaks to the league a little easily. So still fighting the COVID here a little bit. I would just say that with McCarthy, I'm buying him if the price is right and the team build that I have makes sense. I'm not trying to get over my skis, but you let us know down in the comments what you think. I thought this trade makes sense, though.
I want to listen. I got 14 shares of bonus throughout my league.
Okay,
and I got 9 of JJ McCarthy. I'd rather see those by the time we get to week 4, week 5, week 6 flipped.
Really? Okay. All right. Well, I mean, damn, you already have 9 shares, so you want 5 more JJ shares.
5 more.
Okay.
5 more. I'll put 5 on it.
I got 5 on it. Speaking of, I got 5 on it. This trade here, we got panic in the streets on Mark Andrews.
Jesus Christ.
Now, I don't know. This trade, I'm going to guess, is actually before the game, to be honest with you, because Blitz sent this to me.
So it's even better.
Well, Mike, have you seen Keep Trade Cut or any of these?
Stop it.
Our good friends over there.
Good friends. Yeah, obligatory are good friends.
If you thought I wasn't going to use that there, you out your damn mind. Of course, when I say that, my wheel starts spinning. Let's take a peek, though, huh? Tight ends. Let's look. How high do you think Mark Andrews has dipped? And how low do you think Brock Bowers is? A little flippity-floppity.
Oh, well, I get what you're putting down. I would say Brock Bowers is as high as 4, and Mark Andrews is as low as 8.
Okay. About spot on Brock Bowers. Tight end 4, right behind tight end 3, Dalton Kincaid. Mark Andrews has not fallen to the point that you are saying. However, can I give you
we're good. Okay, we're good.
The scenario that really is going to make you pretty upset, okay? That panic, mad, and anger wasn't about JJ. Tight end 7, Mike, right on his heels. Yeah. Care to guess?
Isaiah Likely.
That likely could be the answer.
Stop.
He's ahead of TJ Hawkinson. He's ahead of Travis Kelce. He's ahead of George Kittle.
Oh, boy.
Evan Ingram, who? David
Stop
what?
It. Wow.
That said, let's talk about likely in a different day. Let's talk about this Brock Bowers and Zach Moss. Would you tear down from Brock Bowers to Mark Andrews? I'm trying to figure that out. And get Zach Moss, the plotter.
You should have even asked, like, would you tear up from Brock Bowers to Mark
Well, see, that's why I set you up with the whole wordplay earlier, you know?
I get you, boss. This is fucking dumb. Mark Andrews and Zach Moss.
So you're taking Mark Andrews over Brock Bowers still, period. In
Straight up. And you don't believe me, fucking send it. I'm a man of my word.
Mike might get 100% Mark Andrews exposure right now. That'd be amazing. He doesn't have Brock everywhere. That's the only problem. Damn it. No, I know you are. I just would love to see like 10 Mark Andrews
nuts.
trades.
I didn't know the streets were like this, Adam.
Oh,
I'm in the wrong neighborhood.
Mike, buddy, you gotta get upgraded. You know, Get out of that duplex, buddy. Come on.
Holy shit.
What do you? So I mean, this
This
is a
is
smash
nuts.
to you.
I don't even give a fuck about the Zach Moss thing, but you gave me a
This is a smash to you.
running back. This is a smash for Mark Andrews and Zach Moss. Smash,
Interesting.
no question.
So
I don't
not
give a
they're-
fuck what I'm
Bowers and
doing.
Andrews
Line
are
up,
out of the
best ball,
same tier.
Start 75, start 2. I don't give a fuck.
So they're out of the same tier though for you.
They're not close.
Really?
Mark Andrews over. No.
Okay. I wouldn't expected you to hear say to go that far. Like they're not close, but
They're not close.
wow.
I'm
Okay,
ready
how far,
to be proved
what's the
wrong.
gap? What's the gap? What's the gap?
A good second.
So Bowers, this should say Bowers in a second for Andrews as opposed to Zach Moss being the frauder pretending second.
There you
base.
go.
So you got
A
it
good
flipped.
second.
So Bowers and what about Bowers and Moss? Let's flip it
Bowers. It wouldn't be enough for me to tear off of
because
Mark
you hate
Andrews for that.
Moss, right?
I don't hate Moss. It's just
Well, it's a
you
player
start
analysis
10
thing, right?
lineup. Best ball, I would do it. Right, just the process over players bullshit. In the lineup, start 10 though. Like, dude, how many times am I going to start Zach Moss? Like, am I
Well, let
really
me-
a contender if I have to start Zach Moss ever?
Let me give you a name. What if it's Aaron Jones?
Maybe.
But they're like ranked adjacently. So that my point is that it's a player analysis
What is
thing.
Keep Trade Cut doing?
It's okay. That's my point to you is that this trade you're saying is basically off by roughly like not just a second, but a second going the wrong way, right?
A second going the wrong way. Yep.
I'm curious what the people think about this. We haven't seen anything out of Brock Bowers yet, so I think that part, like I just love
Nothing.
the reactionary thing in Dynasty. Period. Like 1 week of anything, because especially week 1, we haven't seen football in so long. People just ready to listen.
Risk it all.
I like Worthy, but Mike, I mean, people are sending double the first, double the fun. You know, like
I've been there, man. Sometimes you're ready to just to risk it all. You know, throw everything away.
it's true. I've seen it done. I have seen it done.
You just
Shake that monkey. All right, Dynasty Devy League, Mike. 12-team Superflex PPR, half point side and premium. Lineup start 10. If you thought Mike was going to be able to keep on the show, you crazy. Note, this trade includes my round 4 Devy pick. Oh, no. Okay.
What?
Round 4 Devy pick, Mike. Devy depleted round 4 is that's deep. Okay. Pause.
What the fuck is this?
We got Jalen Wright and Gardner Minshew for A.T. Perry and Will Levis. The floor is yours, buddy.
We're trading away a starting young quarterback, possibly ascending,
Mayo and the coffee.
for a running back who's RB3 right now. I like Jalen Wright, but Jesus fuck. And the mustache. I don't even give a shit about the A.T. Perry thing, but like how did Christian get round 4 Devy pick? Just we'll just throw that on there too.
I'll be honest, if I'm gonna throw anything at somebody, like you can have my round 4 Devy pick, sure. You can have it.
You
I'll
probably
let you know.
you probably can, but like
If
how
you
does
need to grease me,
that come up?
I'll let you grease me there, but I don't know how the hell that was the like Mayo grease piece because
Does Christian go like, this? I don't feel like I'm fucking you hard enough. Please send me something.
I'm
else,
actually,
dude."
you know what? Let's look up warp in this league. I'm very curious now because, one, do people even pay attention to it? 2, if they do, like, is this one where the quarterbacks or something just don't score and people are way over their fucking
Must.
skis about it? Like I'm just thinking out loud. Like that's got to be what it is, right? This is kind of crazy. Not kind of crazy. It is crazy.
It's a lineup start 10, and we just watched a quarterback potentially be lost for the
You know
entire
what?
season.
I think what this is just Christian showing off. He's over at ESPN now, you know. Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun.
That's
He's all
fucking big time out
big
there,
time. Yeah. So he's like, here, let me drop this nugget in there for him. to
Dude,
grade.
he was giving us the play-by-play because he had like the direct feed
I
in
seen
his
it.
ESPN office or wherever he was. I was like, what the? Stop big timing us. All right.
No,
We're
that's
just small folk
Mike,
around here.
it's just getting started. This is literally just getting started.
You-
down
you
in
will love it,
Miami,
too.
loving life. Now he's up in Bristol, Connecticut.
You will love it too, because while that was going on, I'm sure the comment was buried up there, but it did get pointed out. I hit Christian with, I remember when you ain't shit.
Damn.
I remember when you ate shit.
I remember yesterday when you wasn't shit.
Much love, Christian. Much love.
Love you,
Big
buddy.
success to you, man.
Thanks for congratulations on the job, but thanks for putting this trade in here for us to really have to work our asses off to grade.
Do they like negative warp in that league, Adam? Is that what happened?
I'm running it. I'll tell you this much: the name is slightly different. If you take a peek here, you'll like it, and it hasn't been run, and I think I know why.
Because it don't matter. It's probably like super vanilla.
A little different, but I'll let you do a little peek. I'm running it. But let's get to the League of Douchebags, Let's go back to GOAT ring territory land. By the way, Mike, Warp is not at all. Warp is now granted the bottom tier quarterbacks stink. They ain't fucking blow, okay? But 18 quarterbacks are almost at 2 Warp. So fuck all that.
Jesus, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Red is a dominating upper tier.
Give me the opportunity to have one of those in Will Levis. I'm not saying he's going to get there, but if Will Levis was going to do it, or a quarterback like Will Levis, it's going to be one with 2 really good receivers, a third solid option, 2 dynamic running backs, an offensive-minded head coach, and a dude who's got all the physical skills in the world to play quarterback.
The crazy part is even if you don't believe in him, what did you just sell for? You sold for nothing. When I'll tell you this much. Will Levis, the way he plays, his style of play, there's going to be some downs, okay? There's going to be big downs. But there are going to be some absolute boom highs. Mike, you telling me I can't get more than this off of a great week sometime? You see the reactionary market right now? What are we?
Oh, I see.
The timing of that one is bananas. Yeah, you got me.
I see why now.
Got you. I'm here for you, buddy. Just know that, all right? Let's get to GOAT.
Horns down.
Let's get to the GOAT ring. No GOAT rings. Sonic rings.
4. I think he's got 4. I put him at 4. He hasn't moved anywhere.
Well, I'm calling his bluff. I don't think he's coming. So I'm going 0, and you can prove me wrong. It'll be 7 when you get there, all right? Just know this is the talk of town. We know if you're there or not, GOAT rings. You better show up. Marshawn Lloyd, Trey Benson, Xavier Legette for Keon Coleman, Tank Dell. Now, this trade partner I recognize. Let me just throw that out there.
This person's been on here a few times.
Now, typically it's the other way around. I'll just be honest. GOAT rings, what are you gifting him for? Is this like I want to make you feel good so I get it on the back end deal? This is not a trade that I'm really fond of.
No, I don't understand this one.
For GOAT rings. I like this for Big Black Scooby.
He finally got one, Big Black Scooby. He's probably had one before. But it's very rare. A very rare dub.
So it's Keon Coleman and Tank Dell are being acquired for Xavier Legette, Trey Benson, Marshawn Lloyd. Mike, right now, Marshawn Lloyd and Trey Benson or Keon Coleman. Would you take the 2 running backs there?
Over Keon, yeah. I think I'd be willing to do that.
Agreed. But then, Mike, Tank Dell over Legette by quite a bit for me.
Yeah, no question. I was going to go the other route, and I'd say like Legette and Keon Coleman if you wanted to kind of cancel them out, or
even then,
Keon Coleman and Trey Benson.
Sure. But like, dude, Tank Dell for me is so different than the rest of the assets in this trade. I think is the point I was trying to make, right? Like,
yeah,
you went there too. Tank Dell to me is a guy that's in consideration in that like 5th, 6th round of startups, where these other guys, man, they you start thinking about it a lot later. Like, all right, maybe now's my shot on Keon. Maybe now's my shot on Legette, right? There is just, I know there's uncertainty with Tank Dell, but the upside for him can be currently immense. I just don't know about the other players if that even exists.
Can't do this one, man. I want the Tank Dell Coleman side all day.
And that's another reason why 0 GOAT rings, all right? What are you doing? Come on. Be better.
Yeah. That's what I'm fucking talking about right here, T-Rock. That's why you're my guy.
T-Rock, you dirty Sanchez, you. 12-team Superflex PPR. Half tight end premium, Best Ball Star 12, the Nickelodeon Bowl. Like, I used to be in that league. It's only $25. I was trying to cut leagues, and I'm like, all right, $25, got to go.
I was going to ask you why you said used to be.
Yeah. Well, I had to cut a few leagues this year, and $25 to me is just, look, honestly, $50. Think about how much time you're going to put into a dynasty league. Almost feels low. But 25 is like, all right, man, I'm not playing for free, which that's crazy, but like 25 just felt like, oh man, this is a little bit of a time sink for that type of
Are you taking a shot at me? Because I play in 60 of those like $50 leagues.
No, I play in a bunch of 50s, but I'm saying that is like definitely my floor now. That's what I was trying to get to. I can't go.
With inflation, we might want to bump that up to 75 or something.
Right? Now's what I'm talking about. Okay, we got to get the. You seen the price of eggs? Come on, Mike.
No.
$50.
Milk.
Don't
I make milk for a living.
Dairy. I mean, come on. This dairy man's over here. Don't say that name out loud, okay?
Other than cheese is dirt fucking cheap, man.
That's because it just hasn't caught up yet.
Dude, I can buy cheese for like 50 cents because I'm a Prairie Farms employee.
I was gonna say, I thought you can just take it. It's 50 cents.
Yeah. Well, we don't make cheese.
What's the unit of it?
We don't make cheese where I work, but no, like a nice little brick, you know.
Okay.
Or if that was a brick of cocaine, it'd be worth thousands.
Cheese, 50 cents.
Cheese, 50 cents.
Now, speaking of 50 cents, someone feels like they're getting a little bit of nickels, quarters, dimes thrown at them to take Pitman here. I mean, in a best ball league, I'm kind of surprised at a couple thirds going one way. What do you think here? I like Achane too.
I would say if it was straight up, it's a nice conversation
sense
on both sides. It's Mike versus Adam.
Maybe even right? 1/3. If you just had a player preference, 1/3, I could kind of see.
There you go. The warp
double
isn't
the pleasure,
crazy
double
enough.
the fun, though, man.
Yeah, the warp isn't crazy enough to lead one side or the other. It's very even. In a best ball league, though, you're just gonna toss a couple thirds on it, dude. I'm taking my dude Michael Pittman all day, every day. Did a fucking video on him.
Now, I mean, listen. The one thing I'll say in best ball, as you start to build your team out, if you're really good contending built squad, like an Achane upside play is definitely,
can win weeks, right?
Right. So that's why I say especially the single third. Like, all right, I get it. Like Achane, because if you build your team right, Achane's zeros could mean nothing to you, but those 30, 40, 50 burgers are like holy shit, right? So I get it. It kind of feels a little bit steep. And I'll say another thing about this league, Mike. T-Rock was on his way before I left to building an absolute monster. He held up the startup like crazy, and bro, this dude's team is pretty stupid in that league. If you want to check out the lab, so he's just.
You know what else helps you win weeks? Always having a wide receiver 2, wide receiver 1, always putting up 16 points a week.
Please say the junior, Michael Pittman Jr. All right,
Junior. Hey, his daddy was.
You get his name right.
Either, man.
You get his name right.
His daddy was no slouch either, man. That dude was rocked up. One of my favorite running backs of that time.
Appreciate you, Dynasty Rehab. I like that avatar, low key.
That's fire.
Triple H. What was the? Oh, here, real quick question. What are you willing to pay for Andrews after Thursday?
I still give it first.
I was gonna say I could go with the first, but I just don't think it's necessary to pay more than that right now in this economy.
Not with the tight end position either, man. I'll be out here defending Mark Andrews till I'm blue in the face, but it's still a tight end. And
it would also need to be the correct tight end premium format, right?
You know what I'm willing to pay? Brock Bowers.
How about likely? Would you pay likely?
I definitely pay. I say likely. You can have a second too if
Mike
you really
will
want.
likely send you to you. All right, Keaton Mitchell.
The fuck?
And a second for David Montgomery.
How did this one? Who the fuck cares?
Shoot me, baby.
Where's the second? If it's a good second, I'll take the second.
What if it's
I don't
just
even
a
give a
second?
shit about the Mitchell.
What if it's just a second?
Mid to late. If I'm rebuilding, I guess
Call
just
it a
get
regular ass
Monty.
second. Just a regular.
Just get Monty
ass
off my
second.
team before he dies and becomes a zero burger. I guess if I'm a rebuilder.
You know what? I'm not really into buying Keaton Mitchell, frankly. That said, though, if this is the process play, I get a little Keaton Mitchell to sink on my damn bench. I'm good with it.
Maybe I have a possibility of selling Keaton Mitchell if he's healthy and does something again.
All right, let's do two things. Let's do this. Let's do this the right way. Mike wants to get to the next trade. I'm ready to dig deep. You pull up the lab, I'll pull up the warp. All right, let's do this.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Jesus
buddy.
Christ.
Yeah, you thought COVID was gonna keep me down forever? No, my friend. We are fucking bike. All right.
I told Adam it's Iowa versus Iowa State week. Let's make this efficient. He's like, let's dig into Keaton Mitchell.
Mike, you gave me a 3:30 deadline. We are fucking cruising, my boy. Don't even. But I just want to make
Okay,
I want to make you feel it one time in the sphincter. All right.
Dirty birdies.
Dirty birdies.
Corey is absolutely rebuilding. Terrible team.
I was already saying I just know the way Corey's teams and trades go. Mike, I could tell you this is a
Steven is a juggernaut.
Okay, so that fits it already.
Like Steven can't even start David Montgomery without.
Oh, so that's a late second then.
1, 2, 3, 4. Jesus Christ. Steven's going to need 4 injuries before he'd even consider starting David Montgomery.
Well, he might get him. Now, Corey, I love hearing this too. This was an auto-accept trade block, second and a fourth. Got this sent instead.
Content. I forgot Corey's a content maven now, and
Buddy,
he's always here.
Mike, not just here. Prompt, first person, like front row again. The valedictorian young Corey Schumer I once knew. You know? He's fucking back, man.
Both of us changed at the expo. Both of us changed. We grew.
Listen, the kid got his, sleeping in, almost missing golf out of the way. He's so back. God, he's so back. Gets me fired up. Now the warp in this league, Mike, doesn't really matter at that point, but it looks like what you would think for running backs, kind of the third line here.
Meh, like who gives a fuck?
Like if David Montgomery is a running back 18, I will say
success.
Yeah, 18 to 24. It's actually not bad. It's like a lower ones, but to your point, I would just say I just don't understand the timing of this if I'm Steven 2828. Not that he doesn't have a great team, doesn't know how to run his team, but I would be kind of wanting to hold that second a little closer to time of like, all right, I did have a bunch of running backs die, and now what do I go get? Because what if Montgomery's one of the one that dies, right? Like, if he dies, he dies, but
and it's not a best ball league where you can just stack these dudes. Like I'm not shitting you, Adam. He needs 4 injuries. So
I believe
his starting lineup for the people, right? C.J. Stroud, Breece Hall, Christian McCaffrey, Justin Jefferson, A.J. Brown, Trey McBride. You stop me when you hear somebody that you go, I might start David Montgomery over this dude, by the way. Trey McBride.
Hold on. No, I'm just kidding.
Nico Collins, Isaiah Pacheco, Michael Pittman, Anthony Richardson, Jared Goff as his third quarterback, DJ Moore on the bench, by the way, for this week. Rashad White, James Conner.
Maybe.
There you go.
Maybe.
There's your maybe. There's your maybe.
Weekly dependency on which running back I'm going to bench both of them. So that's great.
If I have a team like that, this is my biggest issue with it. First off, Schumer, good job. You're fucking rebuilding. Who gives a fuck? Get Monty out of the building. If you get anything out of Keaton Mitchell, like trade-wise, you can get a fucking third or $15 in fab to go pick up some rookie. Whatever, though. I don't give a fuck. You get anything out of him, great. The second was enough, even if it is a late one. Just get the fucking points off your team.
In a full rebuild, you have to move them, right? You have to move them.
You have to. Especially before he gets hurt till we find out he really sucks.
Now that was
if I'm a contending team like Steven.
Yeah,
like Adam, you and I have rosters like this. Not just in best ball, but in a lineup league where we have absolute juggernauts. Yep. If I'm sitting here with such a strong fucking roster at the beginning of the year,
I'm selling
and I got a second, my own. I got a second of my own. I am not going out to acquire a fucking fourth bench option running back right fucking now. You know what I'm waiting for? Is this possibility of once real NFL games get played, dudes are going to get hurt. And
Jordan Love just got hurt last night.
I want the certainty of if Isaiah Pacheco, knock on wood, went down in week 1 and you're like, fuck, I lost him for the season. Then I go, man, James Conner, is giving up carries to Trey Benson, and now James Conner's only getting 40% workload or whatever the fuck it may be. I want that second at that time to go like, I need to backfill on my running back room right now because shit has happened to my team that I did not anticipate. I don't want to fucking do it now because like you said, we get to week 3, maybe David Montgomery's the dude who's injured.
Sure.
And that second is just fucking gone in the wind. I never started Monty one goddamn time on my team. It's just gone. It's over. I burnt that.
Yeah. The only play here, and I'm actually curious your thoughts on. So like, I was just thinking about like, okay, what could the angle be? Because you got a well-built team. Like, you're not saying you don't make dumb moves, but I'm just thinking like, what would the angle be here? What are your thoughts on Jahmyr Gibbs and like soft tissue preseason injuries?
It's concerning. It's always concerning, especially at the running back position.
I'm thinking
we
maybe
see this shit all the time.
I'm thinking maybe the upside play here, although it's not something you should be banking on, would be if Jahmyr Gibbs misses time. David Montgomery behind that offensive line as the full-time operating running back would possibly be in lineup consideration. I'm not saying I would do it. I'm just saying I think that might be the angle here.
But that leads to my other part.
Mm-hmm.
Even if I told you Jahmyr Gibbs is not playing for the first 5 weeks of the season, Adam. It's a great offensive line. It's a good offense. We like them all.
Sure.
Who the fuck are you benching out of that starting lineup I just told you?
Not someone
considering that they're all healthy. Yeah.
Well, you know what you have?
Benching Isaiah
you know what
Pacheco with Patrick Mahomes and a Kansas City offense?
You know what you have is a really dumb, tough start sit. You better be tapped in. Start shit Sunday mornings because you're going to have a tough one,
I don't want that
friends.
fucking headache on my fucking plate. I don't.
I'm with you, by the way. I was literally trying to think out like the play and the upside play, and I think that's the only one is that the running back carousel injuries you're hoping bangs your way. I would just rather have the flexibility when I get to bye weeks, when I have a little more attrition in my team. Right?
For example, we had this guy on the trade earlier. Why not take Pacheco in that second and go see if you can get Achane? Higher ceiling upside play that you're going to put in your fucking lineup. Like, if that's your move, this really just felt like a dude who had a second burning hole in his pocket and just wanted to put his nuts on the table.
Mike, I am with you on the assessment of the trade. I wouldn't have done it. I'm just saying I think the only upside play or the only reason you would maybe do that is that part. But to me, again, hit that on the head at the end where it's, all right, David Montgomery, let's say he is a starting back. You just don't know when it's going to be. And right now, as my team's constructed, I don't need him. So let that be what it is for you. You tell us down in the comments. Now, hold on. So you're counting on here because Harry Snowman, I think, disagrees. So you're counting on the starting running back staying healthy, but you are dealing the backup because of injury risk, all in or all out, in my opinion. But you don't have – listen, here, Harry Snowman, is the thing. It's not all in or all out right now. You don't have – in poker, the timing of when you go all in is a very big deal, right? Like you don't – the cards aren't all the way dealt. We don't know what the hand is yet.
Harry Snowman never watched Fast and Furious, man. The OG one, the original
one. You got to go back a ways. Really good one.
When you're out there, you're fucking racing, right? Like you are counting on your nitrous to win you the race. Don't fucking Paul Walker it and blow it too soon, right? That's why Vin Diesel wins. Jesus Christ, it's common Fast and Furious knowledge. Too soon, Rook. Too soon. That's your problem.
Too soon. Rook.
All in that.
Damn. Wow, that is.
By the way, this Clementine Svedka is.
I was gonna say that's a little feisty. We got a feisty McNugget.
I'm gonna be feisty as fuck for this Iowa State game.
Really? By the way, 2001.
I'm either gonna need a muzzle by the end of the game.
Really?
No in between.
I mean, by the way, Mike, just Mia. That's all I'll say. Okay.
I do gotta ask though, just a quick question for this game coming up.
Okay.
Your opinion on it.
Sure.
If Iowa State parents get divorced, can they still be cousins afterwards?
When they get divorced.
Can they still be cousins?
I feel like it's a trick question. But I will answer it because that's the type of games I play. What if they already were?
That's
it's Iowa, right? I know where you're going with this.
No,
you can't outsmart me.
Just for
what?
Ames.
Just for Ames?
Just for Ames. Yeah, only applies to Ames. Yeah, right there.
This dude and his day drinking, it's good for live television.
I got a belly full of ribeye too. It's a special day for me.
So that's what it is. You load it up so you could really load up. You got the base coat so you can really lube up the old Manscaped. Shout out. Go get yourself some crop preserver.
I smoked them on the Traeger for 20 minutes and then seared them off on the Blackstone.
Oh, did you?
Chef's kiss. Yeah.
Dude, the Blackstone is a
I don't fuck around with my steak. Do not fuck around with my steak.
Well, if anyone doubted, don't, okay? I never doubted.
Or if you like that dude on Twitter, the other night, called me fat. Oh, no shit, buddy. Oh, fuck, I didn't know.
Damn.
Just devastated me.
I was meaning to talk to you about that, honestly.
You put on weight.
It looks like you've been getting after it. Maybe take it easy. 12-team Superflex PPR. Let's try to get out of here. Mike's trying to make me not. I'm so far ahead of the time limit. I was on time. We're going to be out on time. And Mike's out here. He wants to fight somebody. I can feel it. Like if I was there, you kind of get that little bear sense. Like he's trying to come tackle you. He wants to fight somebody. Blunts, 40s, and bitches, Mike. There's not really a bad thing in there that I could point out.
I like all of them.
Money, cars, clothes, hoes. 12-team Superflex, PPR, half-point tight end premium, start 10. Penix and Puka, Mike. This is a big deal.
Is that how you say it? Tyga?
Tyga. No, it's Tyga. Tyga. There you go.
Tyga.
You got it.
Okay.
Puka, Penix,
New
or
Year,
Fields, Roshan, DJ Moore in a 25 seconds.
Jesus, fuck.
Joey Cheesesticks, who will you trade and drinking with? This is Core Dog. What the hell?
What the hell?
Why?
All right. So
Why?
let's start this. DJ Moore in the second or Puka Nacua, because I know my fucking answer.
I know my answer. We might have a bear fight.
King Puka.
Okay, good. I was not expecting you to go there. Thank goodness.
Fields and Roshan or Penix, and I think this one might be a little...
Penix.
Yeah, I'm taking Penix straight up, but
fuck a Roshan in this trade, okay? Fuck a Roshan. He doesn't belong in this game.
Fuck a Papa Doc, fuck a clock. Fuck everybody. Fuck y'all. If I'm a piece of fucking white trash, I say it proudly.
Mike, there are some 23 players that they get put into a deal, and I get upset. Like, I don't want to see. Don't try to send me Charbonnet. Don't try to send me fucking Roshan. Don't try to send me Kendre. Your turd burgers, okay? They don't belong in this deal. No. I don't want them on my food. Get them the fuck out. This trade's terrible for me, in my opinion. I really don't like it at all.
I am cautiously optimistic on Justin Fields, but also like I have this Justin Fields like truth or problem, and I get it and I acknowledge it.
It's a problem. We're the first step is denial. Now you're accepting it. It's good.
I would say just between him and Penix, at least for this season, if you wanted to say that they're very close and they cancel out, that's fine. But I'm still taking the Puka over DJ Moore in the second thing. Like I just am.
And Roshan.
Sorry, not sorry.
No, it's lineup start 10, buddy. Like it's lineup start 10. And here's the other. This is the other thing. And to your point about Fields, I know where you're at. So I'll just speak for myself and the non-Justin Fields truth or problem half, okay? Justin Fields has the opportunity to play really well and seize the job for the Steelers, right? It could happen. But it's absolutely not baked in the cards. And it could absolutely not happen. Michael Penix is going to get the keys.
I was going to say, Adam, he has the opportunity to play himself right out of the fucking league.
Real quick.
Be heard from again.
He might start week 1, kind of do dog shit with it, a couple picks, and all of a sudden, like, people can't wait to give Russ back in there. Oh, shit. This is not how we expected this to go. Damn it.
I call him future.
People will be begging to let Russ cook again. Let Mike cook on the Blackstone. Let Russ cook in Pittsburgh. Could you imagine how quickly things could change? 1 week overreaction, Mike. What if Fields stinks it up? Don't.
Steelers Nation, let's weld.
I do love seeing the Steelers be miserable. Yeah, that's it. I think. I don't know, honestly, but Michael Penix is gonna be the starter and gonna get the keys. So there's a big difference, I think. In the upside could lie in Fields still, but the downside risk is not even close, bro. Not even.
There you go.
Period. So I get the upside playing Puka, and I get the safe floor in Penix. What are we doing?
You would think Joey is you wouldn't know Joey's the one who's always drinking and trading and doing bad things to his team.
I mean, he could have just been firing off blanks, right? And just here, bam, caught one, right? You know what Core Dog could be? Could be a Bears problem. Could be a Bear fan, speaking of Bear fights. Maybe he just couldn't get enough of these Bears, huh?
I love Joey to death. But I'm so devastated that one of my only losses amongst the South Harmon community in college football 25 is to fucking Joey Cheesesteaks. Like, what an embarrassment.
Who was drinking then?
I'd like to blame it on liquor, but I think I was sober as a bird just taking that L.
Well, you know what? Then you could blame it. And that's on you. You got to drink up a little bit, buddy. Get game ready. Come on.
Be better. No, I didn't prepare enough.
This man's Uber eating Clementines Svedka and out there thinking he's going to be sober as a stone sober winning that shit.
It is delicious. Not gonna lie, I'm a big fan.
It is delicious, but it is filling.
It sits right. How about Harry Snowman saying he spent $165 on a ribeye?
I'll say this: if you got that, and if you like to treat yourself, there are some really nice things to check out at Manscaped. But I did a real nice deep dive. I'm getting ready to kind of get like Christmas stocking stuffers. Just a bunch of them. Load up, man. Manscaped,
I love mine, man.
Christmas, and that not only have some deals, but Mike, 20% off when you use the code SHFF2020. But you don't have to put 220. It's just 120.
This beard conditioner's fire, man. I'm putting that on reorder. Every 3 months they just send me a new one.
Did you get the what do you call it? The weed whacker, the nose thing? No,
I don't have a hairy nose. I did buy it.
Okay.
I did buy it and gift it to somebody at work that's a hairy dude. Andy, you know it. You don't watch the show, but Andy's a hairy motherfucker. Like, he had thingies coming out of his nose and his ears. He said he loves that thing. He said it's just a quick, just and gone. And he goes, my wife's never been so happy.
You know how, like, you don't know you need something until you get it? That is,
get it?
Dude, that thing to me is, you see, my mustache and nose hairs almost run in together. Like, they almost bleed into each other, okay?
I thought it was just...
See? It's close. It's close. It's not quite. It's just up there. You see?
It's like right there, bro.
Buddy. But I'm telling you now, I can make sure I hit the ones that aren't there. And, dude, my nose is... Especially with COVID, like, dog, that thing was perfect. Get that shit cleaned up so it's not clogging anything up. Oh, my God, buddy. I'm sorry. I didn't plan on doing this, but I had to celebrate my love.
I'd like to tell everybody how good the dome shaver is, but I broke mine without ever using it.
Well, there's not much to be said about that other than you break it, you keep it, unfortunately.
Big dumb hands, man. Just
what were you angry about?
That thing's
sturdy.
PM. I was going to bed.
Sturdy. What happened?
I was trying to be proactive and put it away so it didn't get broke. And then my big hairy dumbass broke it. Wow.
You made me proud. You made me proud, T-Rock. You did. I will say you made me proud. Make sure you go check out T-Rock on the website. Articles. Mike, you want to give him a little plug here? A little pluggy?
That guy just out there putting up fire every single time he drops an article. It is a fantastic read. I make time at work when T-Rock drops an article to tell my boss that I have to go poop, whether I have to poop or not. And I read every T-Rock article on the shitter at my job. And
for those that want to know and are confused, it will make you sign up, but they are free. Okay? So do yourself a favor.
Free.
Do yourself a favor. Check out the articles. Mike's shitter material, mine a lot of times too, or when I'm on the plane and fucking can't get anything else to load up on my phone. Let me check these out, man. Let me check these out. And honestly, they are great. Mike, I don't know if you saw the new artwork. Helped the kid put together Underdog 4,000. I don't really know necessarily what it's about, but
40,000.
40,000. What did I say? 4? Sorry. My apologies.
You shorted him a 0.
Well, I do that to T-Rock all the time when I send him offers. So, T-Rock, I love you, buddy. Everybody out there, let us know what you thought of the trades. If you want to be a part of the trade show, patreon.com/South Harmon. As I told Mike, we're going to be out of here on time. We're going to be out of here with 10 minutes to spare. Michael, anything you got to say, buddy? Last final words before you get taken down by the people with one eye?
I was a little worried because it is college football season. I'm a big college football fan too. Adam, I was worried I was going to miss out on this Texas-Michigan game, but that shit's been over since halftime. So get fucked, Michigan. Horns up, baby.
The big house.
So happy.
The big house.
Cody's so happy.
Get him out of here.
Heisman moments, baby. Heisman. Former Ohio State Buckeye, Adam.
He's been clamoring, chatting. The X notifications are coming through to the point of nauseum. I don't give a damn about the whole state of Michigan. Love you. We'll see you back here. Same time, same place.
Love it.
Next week. for the 40 Trade Show. We love y'all. Peace.